So yesterday evening my eyes were treated to something utterly amazing, and I woke this morning feeling super confident. Super confident in that I totally made the right decision pre-ordering this item the very day the pre-orders first became available. My gaming friends, I have been fortunate to have had a good few hours of Sony's latest console. Stay tuned for my first hands-on impressions with PlayStation 4 Pro. What is up gamers, I'm Fox, you're watching PlayStation News Now, your source of news, rumour, video game discussion and home to the Gamer Couch podcast. Tomorrow evening 9 PM UK and 4 PM and 1 PM if you live stateside. You can keep up to date by following the channel via Twitter, Fox at PS News Now, as seen in the bottom right of your screen. Okay, first of all, let's debunk a few misconceptions. Actually, let's debunk some misinformation and lies. PS4 Pro does not overheat, and PS4 Pro is fully capable of rendering at native 4K. The hype is real. PS4 Pro is everything Sony said it would be and more. This console really is a premium PS4. In fact, Sony need to hype this thing a little more, because after what I've seen, it seems Sony are downplaying their own product in terms of what it can do. I visited a friend at their apartment yesterday and she has managed to get her delicate hands on a PS4 Pro. My friend also has PlayStation VR, which I also sampled, and I gotta tell you, my opinion has changed. I must have PlayStation VR. It is unsettlingly surreal. While playing Batman VR and peeping down from great heights, I constantly felt like I was going to tip over the ledge and fall to my death, even though I was seated the whole time I was playing it. Sadly, when I got home yesterday, I immediately grabbed my laptop to order PSVR for the November restock, and sadly Amazon replied via email regarding my customer inquiry, informing me PSVR will not be available to the non-pre-order camp until January, the earliest. Say what? 2017 it is then. Okay, so PSVR needs its own dedicated video, but this is really about PS4 Pro. So I sampled 2 games on PS4 Pro. The Last of Us Remastered running in native 4K and Rise of the Tomb Raider. Both had HDR enabled on a beautifully sharp 55-inch ultra high definition LG TV. Both games look utterly amazing. Forget what you may have read from insecure people on the idiot net. The hype is real, people. The hype is real. It's not often I'm lost for words. If you've ever watched the Gamer Couch podcast, you'll undoubtedly know that I'm hardly and rarely lost for words. But PS4 Pro left me speechless. I just looked at Cassie with a long, ridiculous look on my face. She even remarked on it, "Foxy babe, you look like you just orgasmed." We won't go there. But in all seriousness, I digress. As I was putting this video together, I looked over at my lowly PS4, and as good as it's been to me, I couldn't help thinking to myself, look, we've had a swell time together, real good times, but let's not play games with each other anymore. You're no spring chicken, and life is too short to waste on petty things, so I'm leaving you for a younger model. This has got to be the ultimate breakup, and I don't feel guilty at all. Wow, just wow. I am so ecstatic right now. Trust me when I tell you, you really have to see it to believe it. There's simply no way you can convey just how damned pretty games look running on PS4 Pro using something like YouTube. Not even close. PS4 Pro 4K doubters and detractors will be eating a copious amount of crow's feet when this beauty is officially released. PS4 has been labelled the terrorist console by some morons. Well, you had better get ready for more terrorist threats with even more terror flops. PS4K It's like looking outside through a brilliantly clean and spotless glass window. Believe me when I tell you, you don't even want to touch your OG PS4 anymore. You will not want to. I don't, and my eyes have been thoroughly spoiled. There's just no going back to playing games at 900p or 1080p resolution once your eyes have witnessed 4K on PS4 Pro. It would kind of be like going back to the standard definition PS2. There goes my alarm. Don't you just love interruptions? Anyway, I've noticed details in games that I have played a dozen times on the PS4, and I'm spotting details that I didn't even know were there. I've seen details impossible to see on a full HD screen, and with HDR enabled, these games really do come to life. Reassuringly, PS4 Pro weighs a lot more than the OG PS4. It has a nice weighty quality build to it, and when you're using it in a darkened room, the blue strip of light at the front of the console looks absolutely menacing. This thing is glorious. People have asked me on Twitter about the PS4 Pro's UI, and in all honesty, I was very limited with time. I can tell you that Pro does have a lot of extra options within its submenus, options that just aren't available on standard PS4s, but I don't know much more than that, I'm afraid. You will be absolutely amazed when you see The Last of Us Remastered running in native 4K on PS4 Pro. And even checkerboard 4K found in Rise of the Tomb Raider is leagues ahead of the OG PS4 version. Super clean, super sharp, pin sharp images. It's like looking at a high quality photograph. When you play PS4 Pro for the first time, you may just feel that Sony have shortchanged themselves, selling this thing for such a competitive price of just $399 US or 349 UK pounds. I was completely blown away with PS4 Pro, even though I have played The Last of Us Remastered on the PS4 and the original on PS3. On PS4 Pro, it somehow felt fresh to me. The details just pop. HDR makes night scenes look incredibly awesome. It's impossible for me to show you on YouTube, guys. Now sadly, I didn't have the time to test PS4 Pro in 1080p mode for you full HD TV users. I just didn't have the time. I only had a few hours, so I had to use my time with Pro sparingly. If this is what the beginning of 4K gaming on console looks like, then my god, Xbox Scorpio fans will be in for a visual treat this time next year. I ain't kidding. I won't be going back. I just won't be going back to full HD if I can help it. Sony needs to patch every single PS4 game at some point during Pro's cycle. It's imperative. It would simply be a crime, a consummate waste if this does not happen. I jokingly tweeted while I was with my friend that I may have to drug her and take the PS4 Pro and PSVR unit home with me. I'm just so jealous right now. But alas, I exited my friend's apartment without her PSVR and PlayStation 4 Pro, only to return to my home and my OG PS4 feeling like a total peasant. In some ways, I wish I hadn't seen PS4 Pro, because now the 8-day wait is going to be absolutely horrendous. It's going to kill me. I jest, but no. I guess what I'm trying to relay to you is that November 10 cannot get here soon enough. And that, my beautiful people, brings us to the end of another video. If you enjoyed the content, go ahead and hit the like button, and thanks to all those who kindly share our videos, helping us to reach more PlayStation fans and gamers in general. Thank you so much for helping me get to 8,000 plus subscribers. I so appreciate it. And of course, if you do like the content on this channel, subscribe for more news, rumor, and always video game discussion. Until next time, play games, not corporations. Now I'm off to bed to hibernate for 8 days. Have fun, y'all.